Bellator set Ryan Bader's defense of the light heavyweight crown for Penn State University. The writing might have been on the wall for the challenge of Briton's Linton Vassell. If not in reality, then in spirit. Wrestling town, throwing down. So it proved indeed. It was brilliant wrestling, which was too much in the headline event for the rangy Milton Keynes man who wound up on the ground, smothered, twisted, and submitted by Darth the Destroyer, as the American retained his Bellator 205-pound crown with a second-round submission. The wrestling levels between the two were stark. Athough Vassell found success with leg kicks targeting the left leg and knee and body of the champion. It simply became worse for the Briton once Bader had exacted his master plan. Following a powerful body kick from the challenger, Bader, a brilliant wrestler, was only ever looking to be on the ground. It made sense. But it was heartbreaking again for the Briton in his second tilt at the title. Paid content. The British Prime Minister and George Clooney share more than you might imagine. The British Prime Minister and George Clooney share more than you might imagine. Mansion Global. The most hilarious photos captured at the airport. The most hilarious photos captured at the airport. OMG. Recommended by. The ground bore fruit for the champion who controlled the wrists of the challenger, unloading a pounding for a referee's stoppage at 3:58 mins in the second stanza. The pro wrestling crowd, numbering around 6,000, delighted in the victory. We knew if we got on top, wore him out a little bit, rode him and started landing big bombs on him, it would work. It was awesome. The wrestling community is a tight community. I love you all, said Bader. It was fun to fight here, it felt like one of the old duels. Ryan Bader pins Linton Vassell to the floor. Ryan Bader pins Linton Vassell to the floor. Credit Bellator. Bader said afterwards that he would fight anyone put in front of him, but that King Mo Lawal deserves the shot. One suspects that on the current roster, only Lawal or Phil Davis have the measure of Bader, who added he was also open to moving up to heavyweight. I want challenges and opportunities, he explained. It was part of the lure and attraction of coming over here from the UFC. Ilima-Lei Macfarlane made history against fellow 125-pounder Emily Duquette in the first major women's MMA flyweight title ever to be fought over in the United States, where the sport has a home on all the major television networks. The Bellator MMA women's flyweight division crowned Hawaiian Macfarlane the favorite by fifth-round submission after a terrific, high-level fight between two tenacious young women. Macfarlane was the fourth Hawaiian to win a major MMA crown, after Angela Lee, Max Holloway and BJ Penn. Macfarlane had a powerful opening round in the stand-up and on the ground. Duquette came back in the second round, but her tenacity was not enough in the long haul during the fight. By the fifth, looking strong and powerful, the Hawaiian submitted Duquette to make history. Ilima-Lei Macfarlane gets the upper hand. Ilima-Lei Macfarlane, right, gets the upper hand. Credit Bellator. There are so many reasons I wanted to win this, for my family, that came all the way up here from Hawaii. All my family at home, said an emotional 27-year-old who had taken up the sport simply to lose weight. For my gym, these guys behind me over here. San Diego Combat Academy, 10th Planet Freaks, this is for you. I am going to take time off, go to New Zealand, get some new tattoos. I'm in no rush to defend the title, but it is an amazing feeling. With flower necklaces adorning many friends and family, Macfarlane even sang a song for the media, karaoke style, at the post-fight news conference. There is great marketability oozing from both these women. Bellator CEO Scott Coker told media that the two protagonists had shown poise and composure, and that the first women's flyweight title had lived up to all expectation. As indeed the card had overall, with the passion of the fans reminding the Fight League's leader of the passion that comes from Irish fans of the sport. The man Bader beat to capture the crown returned home to Penn State. The former light heavyweight king Phil Davis battled through in a tough stand-up battle with hitherto unbeaten Brazilian Leo Leite, who had come in unbeaten in 10 fights, to win a clear 30-27 unanimous decision on all three judges' cards. Ryan Bader, the champion. Ryan Bader, the champion credit, Bellator. There was a highlight reel flying the KO for featherweight Tywin Claxton on his professional debut, polyaxing Johnny Vanilla Bowman. His message for the division from Claxton? Get a shovel and dig your own graves. It's over. Funny guy. Real character. Destined to be something of a star, this kid, if this is anything to judge him by. The two most popular men of the evening, given their background in wrestling history at Penn State College, had unbridled support from locals from their alma mater university. The other ex-Penn State wrestler, middleweight Ed Ruth, enjoyed great support from the fans, enacting a crumpling knockout of rival Chris Dempsey with a chopping downward right hand to keep an unblemished 4-0 record. I just wanted to show everybody that I'm more than a wrestler, explained Ruth. I'm a complete fighter. I'm a complete athlete. I just want to keep climbing the ranks. I don't have a name in mind for my next fight, but I'm pretty sure my managers will find me somebody. I just want to keep on proving I can do this. I definitely feel everybody's support. The strength, all the people cheering gives me energy. Hopefully we can keep doing this. Ruth, not the biggest middleweight, said that he was not considering a move to welterweight, as cutting too much weight was not part of his time as a wrestler. As he progresses in MMA, however, 170 pounds may become an option. MMA and wrestling legend Randy Couture told the Daily Telegraph, "What Scott Coker and Bellator have done bringing MMA to a place like this is inspired. It's a wrestling heartland, and MMA has become the place wrestlers can aspire to as a sport after their days are done, rather than going into circus wrestling. This was a great night.